What's up, YouTube? So, today's 5-minute video, which may not be 5 minutes, maybe shorter, maybe longer, whatever, is going to be on different things to expect with the military, different changes, and I'm just going to give you a handful of things that I was thinking about this morning. So, when you join the military, your life changes. Whether you want it to or not, it changes. There's different things that you experience, different habits that you develop, hopefully good habits. And I want to say a couple of those things or describe a couple of those things to you just so that you're aware and that you can be ready for when that time comes about. I do want to preface though, just because I'm in uniform does not mean that anything I say is the express opinion of the Air Force or is associated with their official view on anything. This is me, Mike's opinion and experiences. So pow, there you go with that. First thing, getting up early. Right? Some people are like, oh, I want to join the military, but I don't know if I can get up early. You just do. You get used to it. Like, when I went to OTS, we were up at roughly 4 a.m. every morning. So one thing that I did to try to help with that, as well as working my civilian job, I started getting up at 4 o'clock just because I knew that once I went to OTS, I was going to be getting up early anyway. And that's if you do it that way you have one less thing to deal with all the other changes, right? Because when you go through OTS, you're going to be like dealing with learning how to be military, like learning drill, learning customs and courtesies, learning all these things, going to class, or lectures or briefings, whatever you call them. So that just made it easier for me to transition. And then after you go through your training, whether it's BMT or whether it's OTS, you're hopefully going to just start getting up early, and there's lots of benefits to that. One of the benefits is you can get so much accomplished before the day even truly starts, right? Other people are sleeping and you're already doing your workout, or you're prepping for the day, or you're preparing your food or your breakfast. Sorry, I'm hungry. And it makes your day start off on the right foot. Like, it's just good overall. So that's going to change, right? Like, even on the weekends, if I'm on vacation, I'll go on vacation and I'll still be up at 5 a.m. Even if there's a 3-hour time difference, and say I go to California, like, I'm still up early, even on break or vacation, or when I don't have to get up early, just because your body gets used to it. So that's a big change. Second change you can expect is networking. Don't be one of those officers or enlisted that like never talks to anybody. Talk to people, like network with people. You're all on the same team. You gotta bridge those connections, and you gotta be able to work with other people so that you can, and from different squadrons too, so that you can have those resources, because there's gonna come a time where you'll be doing a project, whatever squadron you're in, you'll be doing some kind of work, and you're going to need to tap into those assets, like to get different things. So like, I'm civil engineering, so a lot of different squadrons, such as like Force Support Squadron, or Security Forces, there may be a project where I need Security Forces help, or I need Force Support Squadron's help. And if I don't know anybody, how am I supposed to tap into those resources? How am I supposed to, it makes it easier when you can hit up a friend and be like, hey, I have no idea what this is. Or I have no idea, how to get photographers at this event because I need them, right? It just makes it easier. Respect. Get used to respecting people without having known them yet. Like, I've learned to give people that initial respect, right? Because sometimes you'll see a person, you'll be like, that guy looks like a jerk, right? But what's changed inside of me is giving them that respect, because I would hope for that respect back. It's the golden rule, right? Treat other people as you want to be treated. So whether you're an officer, don't be a jerk and like treat your enlisted like, oh, I'm an officer, I got bars on my shoulders. Like, treat them with respect. Treat them the same way that you'd want to be treated. Treat them, politely, kindly, and then hopefully you'll get that back. And if you don't, I mean, that's not up to you. That's up to them whether they respect you or not. You have to earn it. Excuse me, that was a big chunk. Flexibility. I'd probably say that's the last one because I'm getting close to 5 minutes, I think. Flexibility. Make sure that you're flexible and get used to having to be flexible, right? You can plan something. You can plan to take this weekend, or say you're on a pass for the weekend, and you can be like, oh, I'm going to drive here, I'm going to do this or whatever. And your commander can be like, hey, we need you to go TDY, you need to leave on a Friday and then, travel over the weekend or whatever it may be. Just get used to putting the Air Force's needs first, because that's why you're in, right? You're working 24/7. You're on the clock 24/7. Weekends are a pass, leave is leave. So be prepared for that. Be prepared to sacrifice your time. Service before self. That's one of the core values. Wow, that was embarrassing. So yeah, a couple of different things to expect for the military when you go into that change of life. Last thing I would say, even though that was supposed to be the last thing that I just mentioned, would be just don't expect everybody to understand the military. Don't expect everybody to understand the terms. I know it can be frustrating to talk to someone that has no idea what the acronyms are that you're saying, but it'll take time. Like you get used to switching languages, and you're constantly learning acronyms. So get used to not knowing what the heck anybody's talking about half the time, and learning everything that you need to learn. So that was hopefully a 5-minute video. I hope that helps. Hit that subscribe button if you want to hear me ramble on some more, or if you have any questions. And shoot some comments below. Let me know what you guys want to hear, right? If you want real talk like this, or if you want something fancy, I don't know. But let me know.